Hi friends, welcome to Florence Programming. In this video, I am going to show you a small data analysis using Perl programming. In general, data analysis we will go with Python programming, but with Perl programming also we can do data analysis. Here for this analysis, I have taken student feedback. So student feedback has been taken for our analysis. Okay, so there are three phases or there in this analysis. The first phase, we have to create data for our analysis. So this is the first phase. And the second phase is we have to calculate. Once we generated data, that data we have to read from the file. Then we have to calculate how many students has given good, how many students has given excellent, how many has given poor. Like that we have to do all our analysis as per our specification. Then the third phase is that analysis result has to be represented through table or graph. So these are the three phases we are going to discuss in this. So just I am using a Perl IDE for Perl programming. So the first phase we can do here. So the first phase, we are generating value from the students or getting feedback from the students. So just feedback about your class. So here three nominal values I am giving here. So just the feedback is good, average, poor. So these three category the students can give as a feedback. So just this is the information for reading. So I'm getting this feedback as this is input statement in Perl programming. Yes. Now I'm writing this text into the file. So just I'm opening a file F1 $F1. This is append of operation I'm using because every time the students feed.txt students will enter data. So every time the data will be added at the end of the file. So just I am giving close $F1. Yes, this is the first part. Just to save the file. This is I am saving as analysis 1.perl. ANALY 1.perl I have given here. So just I'm executing this file feedback about your class. So I'm giving here as good. Just first time I'm giving. So just we can run the script average we can give. In any form you can type either in small letter or capital letter or any form. During that analysis part we can use case sensitiveness and we can do that. Okay, so this with very simple I have given here the code. If you want to make us a continuous n number of students, that you can do using some looping statement, how many times you want to enter. So like that we can change the code according to our requirement. So just I have completed the first part. Then the second part I am taking the next file. See, we have to analyze the data. So we have to read the data and we can perform the analysis part. Okay, this is the second part. So just I am opening the file. That is, I'm using using a temporary variable here, and just I am reading the file, opening and reading the file. So here the file name is feed. The file we are reading here. This is the file feed. Yes, just yes. These will open a file in read mode. This is read mode. In the last example, I saw there is a greater than symbol, two consecutive greater than, that is for append mode. We have read. Now we can use while because we have to read all the lines from the file. So this is the syntax to read from file. Just now I have used some set of variables. So just I am taking these variable as some local variable. So local variable line, that is number of lines I am going to count here. Then number of words I am going to count here. Then the string I am going to take here. Yes, these are the things. Why we are taking number of lines means how many students has given feedback, that can be counted using number of lines. So at the first line, I'm giving line plus plus. So every time the number of lines will get increase. And now I'm going to take number of words. So number of words, this is a scalar function we can use, split of. This is a regular expression in Perl programming. It makes our calculation very simple. So use the regular expression to count. Now string str1, we are taking all the values. Dollar underscore is a default value it will take in Perl programming. So this is the way. These steps will help to read the data, and while reading the data itself, we are calculating how many words, how many lines, and the total data. These three we have taken here. Now close the file. That's all. We have read all the data from the file. While reading, some calculations we have done here. Now I am taking one array. So array variable will start with dollar at symbol in Perl programming. So just I am copying these values, what we have calculated. This is for next calculations, we can use this value. The next one I am using, we are going to count now. So count, which is equal to, is a array. Just it will take the value from str1. That value is equal to, that is, this is for pattern matching. So we are using this. It will consider the cases and everything we have to consider here. Slash ig. This is a case. Ignore case. Okay. So just it will count number of good in the string what we have taken here. This is in from the file we have read that string, and it will count number of good. Then other nominal value we have given us. So three values we have given: good, average, poor. So just I have taken the first count as good, then the second one as average, and the third count is poor. Yes, just I have taken count here. If we want to calculate the average means, then again we can use the number of count divided by number of lines into 100. If you are giving means, we will get the percentage. So the count number, how many students has given good, average, and poor, that has been calculated. So now we have to, so this is the second part we have completed. Now the third part we have to go. So for the third part, we have to represent the result in graph or table format. Here we are going to use graph. So for using graph, we have to use a package called GD. GD is a package. Here we are using graph. So in graph, yes, in graph, I am going to use bar graph. That is why I am giving bars. See, one thing you must remember here, GD is a package. Suppose GD package is not available in your Perl folder, you have to install, you have to download and install into your Perl drive, Perl folder. Okay. Next, here we are using this bar graph, as well as I am going to use data also. Data here. So these two things we have to use if you go for graph. Yes. Now we have to start our graph coding. So these calculations we have completed. Now we have to do the graph coding. First, we have to take data for the graph. So just I am taking data. Data is equal to GD, scope resolution operator, graph, here data. See, this already we have included here, this data. We have to generate this new of, see, if you have x and y axis, so what should be in x axis, what should be in y axis. So in x axis I am going to give, that is three parameters we have taken for our feedback, that is good, average and poor. So that parameter we can use as a x axis. This is x axis, then comma here, then y axis, sorry, y axis we have to do. So for y-axis, what we have to display? We have to display the values what we have calculated from our file. So for good, the variable as count. See, variable name must start with dollar symbol. Yes, we have to give the variable name here. So dollar count. So just not necessary to be the value. Variable also we can give here. So count 1. So the corresponding value we have specified here. We have closed this. Then, yes, we have created, semicolon. Yes, we have created the data. See, this is for x-axis and this is for y-axis. So these two data we have created here. And now we have to give our graph as a new. So graph equal to GD graph. Type of graph is bar graph. So is equal new. So graph we have defined. Now we have to set the label for the graph now. That is what label, x-axis label, y-axis label, then title for the graph that we can give here. So graph, see what we have already created, this graph set. Set is the function we can use. So here x underscore label. This is, so in x label we have feedback, that is student feedback we have, is it? Then sorry, feedback. Yes. Then in y label, so y underscore label. So here have to give ranking, just how many students has given points. Otherwise we can use points also we can use. Then title. Title is feedback analysis. This is a title. Yes. Here we have created, now created the graph now. So the graph with the x-axis, the label we are setting the graph. Now we can plot the graph. Dollar graph is plot. So plot with data. Data already we have created for the graph. So now this graph has been plotted. Now the output of the graph will be right into some other file, either in JPEG or PNG format. So here we have to create another file. That is, I am creating here bars dot png. So in this name our graph will be generated, our graph will be displayed with the extension dot png. So just we can use here. Yes. Next step, just now open another file with write mode. We are going to write content into the file name. Since the file already we have created here, that file name we have given here. Now, binary mode we are using to write the content here, that is bin mode. That is, yes, we have saved the file now. Now, we can run the program, just run script. Yes, we got it. Just we have made all the analysis and we have redirect the output to the graph file. So just this is the file we have created, bars.png. So just we can get it to our local documents. So inside document, yes, bars.png. So when you see here, see yes, feedback analysis title, x-axis is feedback and y-axis is number of students has given. So this is good. So around 7 students has given, the feedback is good. Then some 2 students has given average and 3 students has given poor. So this is the way we can do our analysis using Python, using Perl programming. So Perl is a very easy programming language and it will support a vast range of regular expressions. So using that regular expression features, we can do lot of analysis using Perl programming. Hope you understood about the simple analysis using Perl programming. Just you can also practice such analysis with